Boom. What's going on, Peg City? What's going on, Manitoba? What's going on, Canada? It's your man, Bubba B, the MC. And if you don't know now, you know. This is an exclusive behind-the-scenes look at the future of dance, which is coming. Part 2, the second semifinal, is coming up literally in a few days from right now, May the 13th, 2023, inside the Franco, Manitoba a venue. It's an amazing little venue, Le Patio. Actually, I think what we're going to do this time is we're going to move it over to the big auditorium, because last time we sold out. It was sold out. We had to turn 50 people away. And I told you to get there early, right? I always tell you to get there early, but some people are like, no, I'm classy. I'm going to show up late. No, you show up late, you don't get in. You show up late, you miss the show. You show up late, you standing on the stairs crying, going, why aren't I inside? I'm in Winnipeg. We're right here by the Museum for Human Rights. We got all this backdrop. Look at this backdrop. This backdrop is amazing. And speaking of backdrop, we're gonna go over here. Let's go for a little walk. I have some ladies over here. Come follow me for a minute here. Boom. Uh-oh. Okay. We're gonna walk this way. Walk this way! Talk this way. Come on, y'all. Walk this way. Talk this way. We gonna walk this way.
Talk this way.
What we gonna do? Walk this way.
Talk this way.
Boom, boom. It's your man B. And what's the name of this group here that we got?
We're Allegion Varsity.
Allegion Varsity. That sounds like something like out of a Marvel movie. That's amazing. That is. Who's the leader? Who's the spokesperson for Allegion Varsity?
I'm the coach, but I'm trying to make them speak up for themselves, so I'm going to give this to them.
Okay, well, first off, I'll give you a tip. You never make people do anything. You can encourage them, you can motivate them, you can pour water on them, you can kick them in the butt, but you can't make them do anything that they don't want to do. Now,
So we don't want to do it.
however, the four of you should know and could know by now how important it is to represent yourselves and important it is to speak for yourselves, especially since you guys have such an awesome name. Like say it all at the same time. 1, 2, 3.
Allegion Varsity.
Allegion Varsity. Now tell me, where did this name come from? I'm sorry I'm cutting you off there. I got big broad shoulders. I'll walk in the middle because I know y'all trying to like gravitate. Okay, is it cool? Come up in the middle like this, right? Okay, so where did the name come from? You tell me.
I think I just got this one.
No. I'm tapping your shoulder.
Okay.
I'm tapping yours.
I think Allegion to us means like unity. I think we're as one. And I think the varsity aspect is because we're grown and we're growing continuously. So we're just a unified growth of hip-hop dancers.
A growth of hip-hop dancers. Now, I'm going to ask you to answer this question. When did you fall in love with hip-hop?
I think I fell in love with hip-hop when I was around 6. I started dancing when I was 3, but I just started with like creative movement, which is just kind of like what the little kids start off with. But I started hip-hop around, I think, the age of maybe like 7 or 8, maybe not as early as 6, but it's very fun.
Let's go right over here.
Art form,
Sorry.
very fun dance.
Okay.
So, probably 8 years old.
8 years old. Okay.
I teach hip-hop, so it's pretty fun.
Let's line up here. Let's go here. Let's all line up here. This is a nice little spot. We're here at the center of Winnipeg, the center of the Forks. This is where great minds and great people have been meeting for thousands of years. And we're here live with the future of music with the
Allegion Varsity.
Yeah! Okay, so you answered when you fell in love with hip hop. It's your turn.
When did I fall in love with
Yeah, when did you fall in love with hip hop?
It was very recently, actually. I think I might have been 12 years old, and I joined my very first hip-hop class. A lot of the people at my studio thought I was very talented, got a hip-hop solo my first year, and I fell in love with that ever since.
Boom, and you've just been moving ever since.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, next up, boom, when did you fall in love with hip hop?
I would say I fell in love with hip hop when I was about probably 9 when I took my first class, and then as I progressed as a dancer, I continuously got moved up, and then I got my first solo. And I think when I was able to work one-on-one in that hip hop setting with a choreographer, I think that's when I really fell in love with it.
Okay, leader, go ahead.
Okay, my history is that I started it at a young age, I'd say like 4, but I only started to love it when I was like 16. Because that's when I started doing it competitively, and that's when I learned that there are different styles that you can integrate into hip hop. Like, it's very diverse. Like, you could discover yourself in it, and it was beautiful.
Boom, beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, last but not least.
I actually started really recently, maybe 2.5 years ago.
Okay.
I got recommended into it through a friend, and I didn't think I would like it as much as I did. And as soon as Eddie came to the studio, I found true love for the style.
True love for the style. Now, quick question. I hear you guys referring, when I say hip hop, I know you guys are referring to the dance. When did you fall in love with the music? And is there a specific artist that turns you on to hip hop and or the culture? And we'll start with you.
I don't think there's a specific artist that makes me interested in the culture, but I think that the music is what makes it enjoyable for me and what makes it mean something to me. So I first started falling in love with the music and all of that when I was, maybe even before I started hip hop.
Okay, what artist, if you could, I'm going to ask the same question to all y'all, so think about it. Which artist comes to mind right off the top of your head? Like hip hop artist or music? You don't know? Okay, I'm going to come back to you. Go ahead.
I would say I agree with her that I think as hip hop dancers, I find that I connect with the music first initially, but specifically if I had to name kind of a newer hip hop, well not that new, but I really resonate with Drake and his music because I think he has a lot of different styles of hip hop, more like R&B. Then he also has the hard hitting hip hop, which I think as dancers we are able to connect to both, and that versatility I think is really important to have in music, for dance. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I like older Usher and Chris Brown, some vibey songs, a really fun beat, really good energy. Those.
That's what stands out for you. Go ahead.
I think the artist for me is Tyler the Creator. I'm actually basing my entire solo next year off of him and his music because I feel like his vibe is so phenomenal and so unique that I feel like it would just fit so well into hip hop and into creating a new environment for movement as well.
Okay, all right. Boom. What do you got?
For me, I've been tapping into my feminine side, so I'd say Nicki Minaj, Megan Thee Stallion, I've been vibing with those right now. But yeah, before I used to be old school hip hop, Missy Elliott, those, and they were really good too. But now.
Boom. Okay, I'm back to you.
Got it. Okay, so I'm sort of opposite of you. I'm kind of tapping out of my feminine side of hip hop, kind of what I started with.
Okay.
But I think someone that I really enjoy dancing to is Kendrick.
Oh,
Kendrick Lamar.
nice.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very good. As a lyricist and as a writer, as a person in the community. Now, I have a quick question. When you guys win the future of dance, what are you going to do with the money?
I think if we were to win this and get the money, I think a good portion of our money would go towards our studio, and because we earned all our training from there, and I think we could also do some studio repairs as well as some enhancements. I think a good portion of it would go towards there. But specifically within the studio, I would have to say a good portion of the money would go towards just our hip hop program as a whole, because we're kind of just beginning to get into the full hip hop world. We're pretty new to it. So I think if we were to have a bit of money so that we could really develop it to our full extent and get experiences in the hip hop world, taking class, learning from new choreographers, all of that type of thing. And then lastly, I think with the money, we'd probably have a little celebration just to celebrate all of the hard work that we've put into for this, because we've been working so hard as a unified group. And I think it's important to value all of our hard work and celebrate it.
Do I get to come to the celebration?
Oh, of course.
yeah.
Yeah, you guys say that now. They say that now, but then when the party's happening, they're going to be popping bottles and be like, where's that Bubba guy? We don't know. We didn't call him. Okay. 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 So how did you guys find out about the future of dance?
Our studio director.
Your studio director. Who's your studio director? Give him a shout out.
Barbado!
Okay. And so how did they come to you with this idea?
Sent it to her.
Yeah, Natasha sent it to Barb, recommending her to come participate with the competition, and then she would just forward it to me and ask everybody else.
Okay.
Yeah.
And did you guys check out the last show? Were any of you there, or did you hear anything about it?
Oh, this is our first time hearing about it.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys a little bit of backstory. So last time was basically the first one. So it was the first semifinals, and it was sold out. We had, like I said, we had to turn away 50, 60 people at the door. I would suggest you as a viewer and you as dancers, make sure that you let your people that are going to be coming, let them know that they need to come early. They can get tickets from each one of y'all as a group, as well as you can get tickets on eventbrite.ca, and of course on our Instagram. You can follow us on Instagram. Do you guys follow me on Instagram yet?
Yeah.
Yes.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Thank you. Yeah. make sure you get at me. It's real_Bubba, BUBBA_B_THE_MC. And of course, Ezoman33, of course, DJ Bunny, Lester1, and Tasha Farmer. Okay? T Farmer, as in we love farmers. Okay? Nice. I love that. I love that. So who's going to do a little dance for me right now? Who's got it? Just a little something. Okay, go ahead. You got it. You're there. You got the Nikes on. Go ahead. Just do it. We'll hold you first. Just boom. We'll clap. And 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 clap. Yeah. Just a little taste. Just a little taste. From, say it again with me, 1, 2, 3.
Allegion Varsity!
And if you don't know, now you know the future of dance is coming, baby. Everybody throw up your peace sign.